Welcome to Sirantwi Education channel. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel for me if you have not done so. All right, grade 12. Today we are going to look at um, how to use subtotal and pivot table to analyze our spreadsheet data. These are two different features that are very powerful so that you can use it to analyze your phase 2 spreadsheet questionnaire. Not only questionnaire, you can even use it to analyze your secondary data in spreadsheet. Right, I have with me here the online shopping, maybe a sample questionnaire. Then first of all, I'm going to start with pivot table. Now, those of you in IEB, pivot table is also there for your examination. You can also go through this. Right, now to do pivot table, let's say I'm going to use the formatted data. So first of all, let's say I will select these, I will select them, including the heading. And then I go to insert pivot table. Then I'll click OK. So you can pick a new sheet or you can choose existing sheet. Let's say I'm going to choose existing sheet whereby I have the analysis. So if you have analysis, you can do it there. And then you click OK. Now, we can use pivot table to analyze by comparing two fields or maybe columns or maybe questions. Let's take, for instance, here I want to compare those who have trust issues or concerns, that's the negative. So I will select it first. So that will be the first one. And then based on that, I'm grouping by the trust, whether they trust online stores. So you can see here fraud, agree, disagree. So each of the concerns, then I've grouped them. And then whether they ever experience maybe a problem, maybe the three. Then I want to have the count of them. So maybe whether they have a concern and then they have trust issues and they have experienced a problem before. So I'll take the count of the problems to the summation values here. So as you can see here, I have the total fraud, those who said they have concern, that's the fraud, they are 6. Fraud privacy, they are 1. Late delivery, got 5. Online scam, 2, and others. So out of the fraud, out of the 6, 2 said they have trust in the online, disagree also 2, and neutral 2. So out of the 6. So you can see a clear picture that you can be able to also analyze. Now, let's say we don't want this one, you can collapse it. Then I disagree, this one will go, each of them. You can click on the minus, then you collapse it. Right. Again, if let's say you don't want these ones, then you want to do whether they can recommend. We don't want the concerns, but then we want the trust issues and whether they use the various devices. So I can take out this from there. And then I need the devices used. So you can even have them like that, and then you can open them up. So this one, delivery problem, and they say they use smartphone. No problems, they use laptop and then smartphone. So it can give you a clear picture. So based on the number of fields that you want to also combine. Again, I can use a recommendation. If let's say these people experience problem, but then how likely would they recommend? Now, they got problems, and delivery problem. They said they are going to recommend at 8. So meaning they have high recommendation, even though they got issues about delivery problems. So you can see product not as described, but they still say they are going to recommend. So you can see problem not described as described, but they still recommend, which is 7 and others. Right. So basically, you can just use this to analyze your data. I will have some few examples. Also, let's say cost impact and then also other impact. So you can now choose one or two. You can even decide to choose maybe the occupation and this one. So you can see here, occupation and delivery or online shopping frequency. So employed, there are 11 of them, retired 2, self-employed got 5, and student. And look at the frequency of them. So employed a few times a month, only 1 person, and then a few times a week, 2. So you can see daily, 1, and others. So this one can give a clear picture that you can be able to comment on them. So you can pick them, and then but then your analysis here must be meaningful. It should be meaningful, otherwise it's not going to help. Right. So that's all about pivot table. All that you do is you select, and then after that, you decide which fields are you going to group them. Then you select the fields, it will be here. You can even repeat the field. Then the one that you want them to summarize according to your credit to the submission values over here. So basically, that is how we do pivot table. Again, you can also make use of subtotal features. You know, subtotal is in grade 11 and grade 12. You can make use of subtotal features. So I'm going to also show you how to do subtotal. Now, let's take a look at subtotal. Let's say I want to pick um, those who have trust issues. I can select them, including the recommendation and this. You can pick some few of them. Now, or you can select your entire table. It's not a problem. You can select them. And then first of all, you have to sort. So meaning that you are grouping them according to what? Let's say I'm going to group it according to devices used. So I will sort and filter, and then I will sort it according to devices used. Now, after that, then you go to data, you will find subtotal feature. So at each change in, you select the field or the column that you group according to, in this case, devices used. And then what am I going to do? Let's say I want to use recommendation. I want to recommend add subtotal to how likely are they going to recommend, let's say this one, and then you want to do average. Then you click OK. So you can see here that it's going to group them with a laptop. So the laptop average, you see here, laptop average is 8. How likely are they going to recommend? That means those who say laptop, 8, smartphone, 7, and then smartphone and laptop is also 8. Now, with this, there's something that you're going to do properly also here. What you do is you collapse them. You click on this one. Where is a laptop average? You click there to collapse it. and then you go to this one also to collapse it, and then the last one. So you're going to have laptop average, which is 8, smartphone average, which is 7, and then smartphone or laptop average, which is 8. So it's going to only summarize for you these three in total. But if you want them to be visible, you just click here and open them up. So that you can see the entire data. So you can make use of this subtotal feature also and analyze the data. So, or alternative, if you don't want the whole thing, you can also pick out some of the field. Let's say only this few times, and this you can select only few of them. Let me undo the subtotal. You can pick maybe the occupation, online shopping, and then this one. You can pick it to maybe your analysis or another worksheet. And you can name it as subtotal. So here I'm going to sort it first according to the occupation. Then after that, you go to data subtotal. So at each changing will be the occupation. Function used is count. And then I'm going to count each frequency. So it's going to sort all the occupation for me. And then it will be counting how frequent each of them will be shopping. So here, if I like, I can collapse it. 11 of them. So I click here. And then student also. So now it's going to give me employed count. That means those who are employed, they were 11. Retired count, there were 2. Self-employed count, 6. And then student count. So it means that out of the 30 responses, those who are employed said, I got 11 of them who said they shop frequently online. And then 2 also for retired, self-employed 6, and then also student 11. So it can give you a clear picture that you can use it to also interpret your data. So subtotal is also very useful tool or feature that you can use. And then also you can make use of pivot table to do that also. So try and then add this to make your analysis look better. All right. Thank you for your precious time. Don't forget to subscribe this channel. Please try it and make your pet face too be better so that you gain more marks. Thank you for your precious time.